G'day guys, it's Brett here from Overtime Gaming with you once again. How's things going? Now, we're back with some FIFA 13 connected career mode with Newcastle United, and we've got Norwich in the Premier League this episode. Now, my Newcastle side is on a very bad run of form lately. We have won one game against Villa, we've lost three, one against Chelsea, one against Tottenham, and one against Hartlepool in the Capital One Cup. And now we're off the back of a draw from FC 20, and it was a game that we were very good in at a period of time, but then very sloppy at the back and just got outpaced at the back, in all honesty. Now we'll be looking to bounce back in this game against a weak Norwich side, in all honesty, so it should be a win for us. And we need the win in the Premier League because we're dwelling at the bottom at the moment. Not right at the bottom, but near the bottom. And we've definitely got to start picking up some points rather than dropping them. We have played good teams in the league so far in Chelsea and Tottenham. And we did pick up a point against Tottenham, I think, or we could have lost. I think we picked up a point against Tottenham. And we picked up a win against Villa. So it's okay start because of the teams we've played. But with disappointing games against FC 20 and Hartlepool, we'll be definitely looking for a win here and get the manager some good praise for once rather than a bit of negativity towards him. And looking at the two sides there, we have got the much stronger squad, so we're definitely going to be looking to dominate. I mean, I would take any of my players over every single position at Norwich, in all honesty. No offence to Norwich, they are a decent side, but nothing compared to what this Newcastle side should be. Now, last night we had a game in real life against Anji Makalaka, of the Russian side, who Samuel Eto'o plays for now. And we went out very defensive. Now, the commentators and everyone like that said it was a very good game for a Newcastle team, a weaker Newcastle side, and we put a very much of a fight against the Anji side at home, who have dominated teams at home in the Europa League this year. Now, I do agree with that, but as a Newcastle fan, I would have preferred us to go out attacking, trying to get an away goal, and giving us a bit of a lead to come back to St James's Park. Now, we did put out a weaker side. We didn't start with a striker. We played Ben Arthur up front. So we very much were defensive. And I understand why he did that. We've had a lot of injury concerns, and on a pitch like that was there. Oh, that was an awful goal. Damjanovic just scored a ridiculous goal. Rebounded off, I think it was Yang and Biwa. Goalie was going the right way to begin with, but because of the rebound it sneaks into the bottom corner, and Newcastle are down 1-0 now. But going back to real life, I would have liked to see us come out more attacking. I would like to see us start a striker, but saying that, Jeffron's not eligible for the Europa League because he's already played in it, and Shola Amiobi's awful, so we really didn't have a striker to put out because Cisse, we need him for the bigger games this season anyway, so there's no point wasting him. And again, we come out with a fantastic goal from the edge of the area with Jeffron. I'd love to see him start doing that in real life, in all honesty. He's definitely done it in this career mode. So hopefully you can start it in real life. Now, the game last night was okay game. It was very boring, in all honesty. Andy had a lot of talented players there. I was a bit annoyed, although I'm a Newcastle fan, to see William go off so early, because he was actually a player I was really looking forward to see. Now, no doubt he'll be back for the next game, and I can't believe that went in either. And is that Damjanovic again? Yep, again. So he scored 2 goals already, and it's only the 18th minute. So where I said I'd take any player over any of their players, I may should have said I'd take this guy, in all honesty. I'd never even heard of him until this, but oh well. So we're down 2-1 now, guys. Now, I'd like to put us to play a striker, but again we didn't have any, so I can understand why Pardew did it, although we all know I think Pardew should have gone by now. But that's not the point. And Henry scores. There you go. That's exactly why we brought him in. 2-2 straight away. 3 minutes between the goal. So we love it. I'm looking for Newcastle in real life in the summer to sign a striker like Henry. Obviously not Henry. Hopefully a young one like Gomez or something like that. definitely go for it, because we do need a striker, a big time striker in all honesty, because Cisse is definitely overrated. Now, in this series, guys, I want you to recommend players I should be signing. Remember, they have to be French. I've already had a few recommendations, like Lucas Digne, who is a guy I will probably be going after, especially if we keep having defensive problems like we've already shown today. I'm also looking at Loris and Villa, all players like that. But if you guys have any you want me to buy, let me know. Definitely comment. And so let's go back to real life while this is on. Now, I'm sat here watching the Tottenham game, the Tottenham highlights, sorry, and because obviously that was last night as well. But it was a very good game in all honesty, and I'm surprised how much Tottenham dominated. Now, Tottenham are on an awesome run of form lately, and I'm very glad Newcastle haven't got Tottenham in the next coming weeks, because otherwise I think we'd get absolutely destroyed. So it's definitely a good thing. However, I think if Newcastle came up against Tottenham in the next few weeks, we may have more of a chance because of Ben Arfa coming back. Now, if you saw last night's game at all, you saw Ben Arfa started. I can't remember if he completed the whole 90 minutes, I don't think he did. But it's definitely a good sign for us. Although he's got attitude problems and all of that, when he's on the pitch, he is a magic player. And he can create simple things, amazing things, from absolutely nothing. Now, he's got so much skill coming from that wing, and you combine him with Jeffron, Sissoko and Kabay, and we have a beast of a team there, and there isn't really much stopping us, and we definitely need that in the coming weeks to get us out of this relegation trouble. Now, I'm 100% behind the team, knowing we won't get relegated because our team is simply too strong, and if we did get relegated we would lose pretty much all of our team. So I'm completely saying we won't get relegated. Definitely not. I think we'll finish 10th or somewhere around that, because we are only 3 points off 10th in all honesty, and as long as we finish ahead of Sunderland, I'm quite happy. And in all honesty, I definitely think we will finish ahead of Sunderland, because in my opinion at least, we have a much stronger side than Sunderland overall. Sunderland have some very good players like Sessegnon and stuff like that, but I just feel overall we have a much stronger side, we have a more complete side. So I think in the long run we will be much better than Sunderland. Now, obviously this season in real life has been a bit of a downer, and in all honesty this Connected Career Mode so far is representing that. We're having a very low season on both here and in real life. But in real life the Europa League may help us. I think we've got a chance of winning it, especially with the next leg against Aji being at home. I definitely think we'll make it into the next round, and I really think we can win the whole thing, and it'll definitely help us out as a club if we do, because we'll be able to keep hold of some of our players. Now, in this career mode, if we can do that, I don't really know. Right, if I'm honest, right now I'll say no. But depending on who we bring in January and how we hold up until January, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. I think we need to strengthen our defence in January and bring a striker in, and then if we manage to do that, then I'll say yes. But right now I'd say no. This year will be a building project, and next year will be our competitive year. And in all honesty, I'm saying that in real life too. I think we can win the Europa League in real life, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't, because this year we've been through so many injuries and stuff like that, that our side has been screwed chemistry wise. So I don't think we're gelling as a team completely, and that's why we've been so bad this year alongside Pardew's awful selections. So with that said, I think we'll stay up this year. We'll finish mid-table, which for a team that's been through the amount of injuries, key injuries as we have, is not that bad in all honesty. And next year will be our bounce back season. I really think next year will be European standard again, as in Premier League positioning, the European standard again, especially if we bring in a striker in real life like Gomez or someone like that, and another defender I think we can be really competitive next year, and we can be challenging for cups like the FA Cup and the League Cup. I think we can really be competitive in the Premier League and bring Newcastle back to the glory days that it once was. We haven't won a trophy in a long time, but there have been times where we finished third. I remember I've got a DVD here called Flying High, and it's about Newcastle finishing third one season. Then we had obviously the Kevin Keegan bit where we should have won the league, but they blew that big lead to Man United because Fergie psyched out Keegan. But hopefully we can get back to that standard with this French influx of players, and that's what I'm trying to represent in this series, guys. Obviously I've taken the French influx even further by making my whole team French, and I will be bringing in only French players in the next transfer window as well. I may change that next year into players from the French League, because obviously, well, not next year, in the next few years, because obviously we're going to get to a point where we're going to run out of French players, in all honesty, good French players. So we may have to start bringing in just French players in that league. But even then, it'd still be a French revolution. I mean, Cisse was from the French league. Tiote was French speaking. So it's still, that French revolution is still there. But as of right now, my immediate plans for the next few seasons are to just buy French players. And that's what I'm hoping we can stay at. But obviously we may have to change at some point if we want to stay competitive. But anyway, for the series now, I'll be looking to get out a couple of episodes a week, probably, hopefully more, but realistically maybe 2 or 3 episodes a week. So, and I would really love you guys to comment on these videos. Now, my last video, not my last one, the one before that, has had loads of comments on, and that's because I've been replying to one guy and we've been having an ongoing conversation, so it looks like more comments than there actually are. But that's what I want. I want to be able to interact with you guys, and that can be from anything about real life football, about the series, about players you want me to buy, anything like that. I'm quite happy to, so don't be scared to leave a comment, guys. And also, if you're enjoying the videos or anything like that, make sure you share them on Twitter, on Facebook and stuff, guys, to get other people to check them out. Subscribe to the channel and everything. I could really appreciate it, guys. Remember, I'm not doing this for money purposes at the moment, so I literally am doing this just for my own enjoyment, and hopefully that you guys enjoy it too. Now, as you can see in this series, we're struggling a bit form-wise, and we're drawing 2-2 with Norwich here. It's been a very boring second half, and that's why I haven't really spoke about the game very much. Because obviously I'm not recording live commentary anymore because my microphone for some reason goes very unclear when I do live commentary, so I'm doing it afterwards now. And it's been a very boring game, and we almost lost just there. So games like this, I'll be doing more commentary about other things like real football. When it's an exciting game, I'll comment a lot more on the real game. And obviously that Djanovic won man of the match for his 2 goals, which you can't really argue with. But again, we only get the draw against a team that we should really beat. And we've got to start stepping it up if we want to bring it up. And as you can see, Bakali's got form worries, and that's not what we want. I'm going to have to try and drop him for a bit. Sakho's also got form worries, so that's 2 of our defenders with big form worries. And because of that, I'm going to tap the transfer market and scout Lucas Digne for our next transfer window. If I'm saying his name wrong, guys, let me know. But we're going to look to sign him in the next transfer window. So I've put an inquiry to see how much they want for him. I think it's around 4 million. So hopefully we can get him. Now, we'll find out all in the next video, guys, as we've got Everton in the league. And then the video after that, we've got Europa League once again. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Follow me on Twitter, leave a comment on here, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to, and make sure you share the video, guys, alright? Peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.